Donald Trump has pleaded not guilty to charges of illegally trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. Journalist Benji Heyer is in Washington with the latest.
Well, this plea came as no surprise. Mr. Trump has repeatedly denied wrongdoing in this investigation. As a reminder, he stands accused of taking part in a wider conspiracy alongside 18 of his allies to try to subvert the results of the election that took place in the state of Georgia in 2020, part of the presidential election that he lost to Joe Biden. He's also, of course, being investigated for that on a federal level. As part of this plea that he gave on Thursday, the not guilty plea, he's also passed on his right to turn up at an arraignment, to hear those charges in person next week and enter his plea there. His statement goes as follows. Mr. Trump says, "Understanding my rights, I hereby freely and voluntarily waive my right to be present at my arraignment on the indictment." It continues his statement to say, and I realise I will not have my right to read it, not have the right, I will pass on the right, I should say, to have it read out to me in open court. That decision to pass on the arraignment is quite common. It is not controversial. Of course, the former US president was present at previous arraignments in cases that he faces in New York, in Florida, here in Washington, D.C. as well. That was the case relating to his efforts to overturn the election on that nationwide level. With this particular Georgia case, it's slightly different to the rest, the repercussions, for example, and the fact that it's not just Donald Trump that has been named, but several others in the indictment. Trump, as has a number of his allies as well, turned up to be formally mugshotted at, if that is a term, at the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. That picture now that was on the front pages of many newspapers at the time, and just also the fact that this is just one of the several trials that he does face coming up during 2024. Another one including, of course, his alleged mishandling of classified documents. All that's taking place while he vies for the Oval Office again. Benji Heyer for CBC News, Washington.